Greetings, awesome beings. How is everyone? Thank you for being here. Looks like most people have jumped over from the chat, Jason and Archaic, so that's why I'm starting about an hour and a half late, because they were late, and so there we go. How is everyone? Hello. Heaps of you here. 128 already. Hello, Deanne, Adam, Just JP. You had me hippie shake, of course, as always. Sue Spectacular, yes. You caught a live because I'm going live late. Also, do you make websites? Was that you who was saying you make websites? If it was, can you send me an email? Because my mum needs one. Brian Evans, hello, everything. Jollyman, Divine Spirit, Four Jacks, Annette, Sage, Julie, excuse me, Divine Spirit, Eric, look at you all. Hello. Tara, hello. How are you going? We're going to have a chat this afternoon. Oh, and look at this. Thank you very much. Set an Egg, thank you very much for your kind donations. Much appreciated. And so today, we're going to have a look at Sydney, Australia. And I've just been looking at it, all the old pictures, and also on Google Earth, and it's starting to look to me a lot like Malta, to tell you the truth. Obviously not, in as good condition, but there's a lot under the ground there, and remnants of star forts everywhere. So we're going to have a look at that, some cool old pictures, a few other bits and pieces, and then I'll come back and have a chat, I guess, to all you wonderful people. So what are we going to start with? We'll start off with just some pictures, some street scenes. These are all old pictures of Sydney, and we'll see what was going on back in the 1800s. So 1 minute. Okay, there we go. And sorry, I just saw someone else just donated. What happened there? Sorry. Angel Dreams, thank you very much for your kind donations. Now back to the show. All right, so here we are, Sydney. Now this is 1885. Sydney, this one I just found interesting, apart from the fact we've got dirt roads here, and see these humps of dirt that someone swept up. It doesn't look like horse poo, I don't know. But check out what these ladies are wearing. Full Edwardian, is that what we call it? Sort of fashion. And this is in Australia. Again, in Sydney, even in winter, it's not that cold really. It's a bit chilly, but interesting fashion for a brand new colony that's still using dirt roads. Now this one is this is just a random one. Someone sent me this picture, and sorry, I don't have the name written down. Thank you, whoever it was. This is supposed to be in Australia. Pyramid with the doorway going into it, and I don't know, it could be the Gympie Pyramid, could be not real, I don't know. Excuse me, haven't really looked into it too much, but it does look like a real photo. So is that the Gympie Pyramid? And of course they knocked the Gympie Pyramid over last year to build a road, and I'm not kidding, that's what they do. This is the Australian Museum in Sydney in 1872. So this is, 94 years after Captain Cook turned up to a desolate country, as far as the narrative goes. And I've called this Megalithic Sydney, this stream, because look at the size of this building. These are obviously people, horse and carts here. And I mean, only just over halfway up this solid bit of the wall, which then is, look at, that's a very big wall and very big building. Look at the size of these floors, right? They're massive. So, Sydney, in my opinion, was found and just inhabited, cleaned up and inhabited. New people moved in. This is the Belgravia Hotel. And this, it says, and I'm going to look into this, but it says part of the Hydro Majestic Hotel complex. That's interesting, isn't it? Hydro, water systems. So I'm going to check out and do some more research on that. But this is a cool old building, got the Antiquitech going. But see how it looks like, they put all it looks like it's wooden, kind of, doesn't it, from the front? But clearly this is all masonry. And of course we have the wood out the front, which is clearly been put in at a later date. Just a street scene. The Rocks, 1900. Okay, we've got these lamps everywhere already. Old world buildings, and an orphan, maybe a new inhabitant, pushing a baby down the street on this little cool handmade pram. But just look at the infrastructure that's in here. Again, dirt roads, and not really many people. There's two women up here, but looking a lot like a found city. This is Mrs. Macquarie's chair. This photo is from 1880. Again, check out the dress that they're wearing, the clothes, the fashion, very close to fascies, isn't it? And the story with this is that General Macquarie got this commissioned, and convicts, of course, made this, right? So named by the governor on account her originally planned, blah blah blah. We finally completed on the 13th day of June, 1816. Now look at the blocks. Look at these. Look at these are old, massive blocks, very big for convicts to be, shoveling around, pushing around. These ones here are even bigger, and these stairs cut into the rocks here. It's pretty good work, and of course they've chiseled all this in. Yeah, convicts. Carter's barracks, of course, everywhere. And I was thinking, there's barrack streets all over Australia. They're barrack streets where you are, because that's because there used to be a barracks, right? A fort, what we're calling forts on it. And this one, you'll see they love to put these verandas on the front to change the look of the building, but clearly all masonry underneath. Again, look at the size of this building, megalithic. This one, oh no, this is Chief Secretary's building, Bridge Street, Sydney, 1880s. And it's a pretty small photo, but you can see there's people down here. And this is the, the height of the first story, right? Like literally 4 or 5 times the height of these people, right? Massive masonry construction, still got dirt roads. And look at this fence. This is just wood with bits holding it up. And look at these little dumpy. This is what they could make, these little dumpy wooden hovel houses, which again are a lot smaller, right, in scale, but to this building. Some more orphans just hanging out in the dirt streets, but we have rock gutters. Like, okay, nice column there. But as you can see, this is a build out. This is 1885-ish, and the whole street's built out, like wall to wall built out. This is a shot Circular Quay around 1900, and look at these buildings right on the shore. They're huge, and you can see 1900. This whole city it's just so built out, right? And again, this is only 112 years since Captain Cook apparently turned up to a barren country. What's that? Is that a ship? Yeah, it is. That's huge. Look at that ship there. Big steamship. So 1900, this again, tiny picture. But you can see, look at all these buildings right on the shoreline. And they are huge. And I mean, it looks like it could be any, city in Europe, apart from the fact that it's got the big bushels tea advertisement. I mean, that Again, megalithic sized buildings. You can see this lady here doesn't come up to the top of the fence. And we've got this building here. And I build out all up the street. This one's got a few people in it, but we get these electricity posts, shall we call them, but no wires. No wires going to this next one. And I see this a lot, this stuff around when I don't know, I guess it's just a bit of the photographic process. This is so this one's just people, a crowd at Stanthorpe Agricultural Show, 1905. Just got their horse and carts. And what I find interesting is this stand. See how we got this like cut-off pyramid here for the stairs, and then we got two pyramids on the roof. What's going on? And maybe even a third one. So I don't know. Interesting. But in the background, all they can build are these hovel type. Okay. Constructions. This is a water fountain in the street, Sydney, and look at this. Look at the work going into that. Brand new country. This one is 1924, so it's a bit later. But these things would have used to have been everywhere. And what's going on here? Is this some way of charging the water? Who knows? Using frequency maybe. Bit of 432. Fire station. So these are firemen. These are the guys who went around and set fire to everything, I think. Oh, well, you know, who knows, right? Who knows? They always turn up where there's fire. That's all I'm saying. Again, you know, street lights all in the ground everywhere. This is late 1800s. And, you know, very nice old world brick building here. Excuse me. Streets of Sydney. Don't have a date on this one. Got a horse and cart. And again, look. The thing is, none of the markings in the facades, none of them have anything to do with Australia. Here's another one. Again, massive build out. And again, these, you know, power poles, wireless power poles, because there's no wires. You can see down the street here, we've got a couple, but can't see any wires going between them. And we do get photos later, you know, from different cities where it looks like they've connected them up and there's just wires everywhere. Here we have a belfry, or is that an airship landing dock? Who knows? And again with the street lights, man. These street lights are everywhere and they're oversized and they don't really make sense, you know, giving that we're told they would have been gas, and then when they went electric, you know, we're told that, you know, the lumens, the capacity of the light bulbs wasn't much. But then, you know, then we see the World's Fairs, right? 1871, this is George Street between Park and Bathurst Street, Sydney, 1871. So this is, you know, oh, this is less than 100 years since Captain Cook came. Dirt roads, but I mean, just build out, like literally wall to wall build out all the way along. From an airship. Here we go, airship. Government House. So this here, this castle, which it is a castle, that's Government House. This is, so down here is Fort Macquarie, and this is after that, I think they've turned it into a tram depot. And so that was a star fort, like a citadel. And again, we get these have all been bulldozed, but look at these old world buildings again, you know, right on the shore pretty much. And we see this, you know, all through Europe, especially like, you know, like Denmark and countries like that, the same buildings pretty much, and lined up along the water like this. And of course, you know, I mean, this could have been a, you know, a palace, what we would call a palace these days, and all the grounds, because there's lots of you know, shapes and geometry in the ground around here. And of course out here we have, you know, this is less than 100 years. They've got an island here that's completely built out as a, you know, it looks like a naval ship probably. But that as well, that has old world remains on it. We'll have a look at that a bit later. This, check out this. This is just a department store, Grace Brothers. Look at this. What is that? Group of people, 1885. Again with the fashion. This dude has a very cool beard. But you know, even this little girl's got a, what do they call it? A parasol. This lady's got one to keep the sun off. But look at the clothes they've got on, like 20 layers. And are these guys tall? I don't know. They look sort of a lot bigger than this guy, and this guy, don't they? Not hugely, but bigger. 1866, dirt roads, and just, you know, old world buildings built out wall to wall the whole way down the street. You can see this one's got the Greco-Roman look on it, the pillars and everything. This thing here is just huge. And this is 1866. Now, okay, so this one, this is, they shipped in nitroglycerin is what they're saying. And they stored it here in this building. You can see this has all been blown up and it blew up. So nitroglycerin. Okay. This is Mark Foy building, 1909. And again, we have, now look, is there a wire there? I don't know, maybe one, but they've got these poles and they're not all wired up. Is that free electricity? We've got tram tracks in the ground. And again, this fashion, man. And where did it all come from? Because you can see they're all wearing the same clothes. They're all very, very similar. So, you know, where are all the fashion houses back in the 1800s? Again, oversized street lamp. Doesn't make sense. This is 1893. And just completely built out, horse and cart, dirt roads. You know, these bollard things we see everywhere too, don't we? I wonder what they were used for. Oh, there we go. That's what we're watching. This is the gates to Centennial Park. One people. That looks like it's probably a war memorial now. It's very interesting. And I mean, look at the size. Look at this person. These bollards are almost as tall as this guy, but look at this compared to him. And you can see the build out in the background too. I don't have a date on this one. Okay, now this is what they tell us was going on. Okay, so this is that they're saying 1872, and you know, this is the story, right? The new country, we were living in bark huts, wooden hovels, humpies, but that's not what we see. This is what we see. This is during a flood, 1892, old world building. Obviously, luckily on the high ground, or at least the top of it is. Something here is underwater. I don't know what that is. But this is what we see, right? These buildings, again, oversized megalithic. This is entrance to the Colonial Secretary and Public Works Office, 1880s. Got their little guards. Oh, we've got Abraham Lincoln here. Massive, awesome, ornate gates. Got the pillars, but nothing to do with Australia. And megalithic, in my opinion, it's huge. This is an old one. 1859 is the date on this. So, you know, this is very pretty, you know, Australia's still pretty new, again, with the fashion. And this is not a wood house. This is a big masonry house. Now, I mean, is it possible it was cobble something? Sure. It looks like it's brick if you look in here. But do you think these people built it? Like, there's one guy here. Street scene, Sydney, 1885. You know, more of the same. Got the fashion, got the huge building, you've got the dirt roads. And this, again, you see it a lot like Looks like, masonry paved, some kind of masonry, footpath, sidewalks, but not the road. That doesn't make sense. Some goats, 1885, and just masonry buildings everywhere. Trams, Mosman and Spit Junction. Dirt roads, like this is dirt. And we've got these trams or trolleys, if you're from the USA, running through the dirt, right? Now we've got some lines hooked up, some electrical lines, and you can see these trams are running off those. It's like dodgem cars do, basically. And they've found their advertising already, right? The Herald, that's a newspaper. Got to get out the programming. This is just Sydney Shore, 1880s. That's what it says. Who really knows? Kind of looks like it. Big ship. But I just found this bit interesting, that these, girls here, look what they're sitting on. Man-made rock shoreline. These are man-made blocks. So this whole bit is probably man-made. And this, that's such a classic, uniform, isn't it, for the young kids? And you see it everywhere. They all wear the same clothes. Where did these clothes come from? This one I couldn't find a name on it. It's Archives New South Wales. I'm not sure what the building is, but I mean, all the features, right? Mud flooded. And again, megalithic. You can see a guy standing here in front of this massive doorway. And look at the size of the first level. Again, 3 or 4 times his height. Unless, of course, he's standing up the side here where it's about 1. Look at this place with all the columns. Again, not the biggest picture, but you can see this is all columns, colonnaded, is that what they say? And horse and cart and dirt roads, and the fashion and the umbrellas, the parasols, sun umbrellas. Oh, this is another small one, but this is Sydney, 1890. Look at this. Is this, what's it called? Is it the Queen Victoria building? I think it is. That's still there. But again, we get these electricity poles with no wires. There's one here and one here. And huge constructions everywhere. Most of this is gone now. All these terrace houses here, these old world buildings, they all got knocked down. Mostly demolished, because this is Bennelong Point, so I think this is mainly just like a park now. I'm not a Sydney sider, so I'm not sure on all of these facts. Again, megalithic, General Post Office. Look at the size of these people compared to the size of this door. And on the front here, it looks like we've got some electricity. Don't have a date on this one, but I mean, look at it. And this, look, they all know they're in a photo, right? Photo opportunity. And here's another one of these poles. This one does have wires. So what's going on there? This is just a random picture. It says Port Jackson, 1880s. Just looks a bit devastated, that's a tree by the looks of it, but I mean, it looks like something's happened here. This is a water slide in Sydney, at Ashburner Street and South Stane, Northern Beaches. Is that right? That's pretty interesting. And, that's the end of our little photo. Look, 271 of you watching. Thanks for being here. So, yeah, that's Sydney. So as you can see, it looks a lot like a found city, right? That was made for bigger people, maybe. Now I need to drink my coffee. What's everyone saying here? Who built that? Exactly right. Who built it? Convicts. Convicts built it all. There you go. Convicts. My ancestors, they were convicts. Maybe your dreams are a past life. It could be. Maybe it's a parallel life. Who knows? Hello, Sage. Hello, Chris. How are you going? Yeah, unlimited budget. Where'd all the money come from? And of course, the excuse is the gold rushes. Right? They had nothing there unless you look at the photos. And then the gold rushes of the 1860s and 70s is supposed to be their explanation why they could afford all this stuff. Live it. Yes. I am divine spirit. They all have wires, just some photos don't pick them up. Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely got ones where there's no wires, 100%. But I do agree that, that some of them may be wired. I do agree with that. Just can't see them. The Holy Spirit flows through all its children. Yes, man. The Creator. All right. So, oh my gosh, look at all the, oh my God, there's so many comments here. All right. Thank you all for being here. So, okay. So what I will show is, where are we? So we had a look and saw there was one picture in there of that house, that bark hut in the 1870s. So what I want to show now, how do I do this? This one, I think. Oh, might go weird there. Can you see that? So this is just a search, Australian housing 1870. And this is what we see, right? These, oops, bark huts. And they all have these bark roofs with the wood tied on top to keep it down. Now, this one does look like it's a cob house. You can see here there's bits of wood and they've smeared it with the cob, the mud. I think this is a tiny picture, this one, yeah. But you can see, like, these are all, they've all got bark roofs at least, and they're sort of hovel looking. But this one here, you can see this is machined wood. These panels, this is, these are weatherboards, basically, this wall. So they could get machined wood, but they had to put bark on the roof with just these poles, right? Looks like a setup photo to me. But this is what we're told. Now, some of them, we have houses made of wood, got Abraham here again. And, yeah, they could have built with wood, and this is also the right size, right? It's not oversized. But when we look at the cities, we get a completely different picture. But this is the story they want us to believe. And yes, these are sort of more in the outback, but, there's towns all through Australia, through the outback, that are just full of massive masonry buildings. See, they've all got these bark with the bits of wood on them. So they're trying to tell us a story. We do get a few, this is a wood one, a few better looking houses from that period. But, nothing that, it's just such a juxtaposition, right, between these kind of houses and the cities. And these are Queenslanders, they're called, because they're up on stilts because it floods. Just like it does where I am. It floods as well. So I just wanted to show you that. This is kind of the story we're given. And you never see these, big houses. They love to show stuff like this, tent cities. Everyone was living in tents. Bushrangers. I'm going to get into bushrangers in some future videos. And Ned Kelly, there's a few questions to be asked there. And here we go. This is really what they had, right? And this is, I guess, what the controllers took, and probably all the bark huts were for us, right? So there we go. Little share there. And I've just got to check. I'm trying to be organized, you see. I've got all this written down. I've got, gosh, I'm doing so well. Got links. So what else did I want to show? Oh, well, one thing, yeah, the main thing I wanted to do is we were going to have a look on Google Earth and check out Sydney and why I think it looks like an old star city. So I'm going to bring up the Google Earths and we'll go straight into it. And whoa, Google Earth, what are you doing? Oh, hang on, it's freaking out. Hang on, let me stop that. Okay, was that flashing? It was just sort of flashing where I was. I'll try it again. No, it's flashing. Okay. I'm just going to reset Google Earth. 1 second. Where's Google Earth? There. Okay, let's try this again. Share screen. Google Earth. Oh my gosh, it's still flashing. Okay. Can you guys, is this flashing to you? Can you let me know in the comments? Is it flashing? No, actually, okay, I'm looking at the screen. It's not flashing. Okay, is it? Okay. It is for me, but I shall persist because that's what I do, right? Okay, so I don't know why, but it's just like flashing on and off to me. I'm just going to go Sydney. Let's do it. Of course, Sydney, Australia. And this is Sydney Harbour. They say it's the largest natural harbour in the world. And if we come down here, we've got things like this is the Harbour Bridge. Oh gosh, it's very annoying with this flashing. Are you guys seeing that? Let me check again. Are you guys seeing the flashing? You can see it clearly? All right. Thanks, Hippie. Okay. It's not easy. Okay. Harbour Bridge. So this is where Fort Macquarie used to be. Is that right? Fort Macquarie? No, sorry. This is Dawes Point. Dawes Point Battery used to be here. That was, like a citadel, like a star fort. This was Fort Macquarie. That was another one. And this is where the castle is, right? Government House is here. Okay, so this section probably won't last as long as I thought it would because it's really hard to. My screen's just flashing on and off. But this is a castle. This is Government House. So what I wanted to show is all these points that pop out. They've all got old world infrastructure in them. Okay, you can see this one down here. Let's see if we can get down here. Look at the size of these blocks. They're huge. This, this looks a bit crumbled around here, but these are obviously smaller. I'm not sure what the deal is, but these ones, you can see to there, are massive, and then they've got these smaller ones next to them that they've built onto. So you see these remains like absolutely everywhere, and you can see on top here, we've got all these walls and things. There was something there, but now it's just nothing, right? We see this as well. I mean, there's just old world infrastructure everywhere. These are all man-made shorelines, by the way. And just looking at the shape, of this, coming in, all these points, right, just reminds me of Malta and other star forts that, when you see them poking out into the sea. I don't know, this is Clark Island. Again, this has man-made shorelines, right? And look at the angle here, right? This to me looks like those satellite, what I call satellite stars that you see sort of going around the perimeters of the old star cities. Excuse me. So like I said, I'm going to have to do this again when I'm not live because the whole screen is flashing and it's very annoying. But I did want to show you South Head. Now I showed this in one of my other videos. I've forgotten what it was called. Dawes Point it was about. I think it was called Star Forts of Sydney. Actually, the link to that is below. Now this one, you can see we have a lighthouse here, painted up like a, like it's high voltage, shall we say, red and white. But the interesting part is here. Now these turrets are all over the place in Sydney at the heads. They say that they were built for World War II for cannons to defend against I don't know who. But look what we get down here. Look at the size of these. These are right angled blocks. These are not natural. Okay, look at the size of them. All through here, and you can see it's crumbling out of the wall. See that? These are all man-made blocks. And look at these angles in here, right? What's going on? Well, if we come here, we can see these are individual blocks. You can see the lines between them. Excuse me. So did they just break off and fall off? Is that why we get this here? And that's what is down here, right? Even down this, I'm not sure what's going on, but you can see all the lines across here. And this is clearly some kind of, you know, it's different to the rock below. It looks like some kind of flow, or like it's been put there. I don't know, it could be geopolymer. But even down into the water, we've got these big blocks, right? These look like they've been covered, these two. So, I mean, this whole bit here looks like it's been covered with a slurry sort of, but who knows? But yeah, look at that. Just old megalithic blocks. You can see the remains of, you know, the stone wall around here. Lots of damage up here, but the biggest giveaway to me, apart from these right angled massive blocks everywhere, is this bit here. Very interesting. More blocks, and this layer on top of this, you know, natural layer. This looks like this is very flat, this top layer, right? But this isn't, sort of looks more natural. So it looks like they've put this layer on top to flatten it out. And you can see, look, there's just blocks everywhere, right? Here's some more of the wall going around here. So to me, and of course it's all raised up, it looks just like this is the remains of a star, right? Star, you know, don't like to call them forts, but, you know, those stars. And so where am I now? Now I'm all confused. South Head. Okay, so there's remains everywhere. There's remains up here at North Head. I don't know what, let's look at that big sort of impression in the stone. Different angles down here. But there is remains, where are they? Of like the world, they call it all World War II infrastructure. I can't find that one at the moment. This flashing is getting very annoying. And there's another one I wanted to show. Is this it? Bradley's Head. Oh, and this is enough. I mean, all these points, right? They all got this old world infrastructure in them. And this one looks like it's still, yeah. So these are those turrets. You can see these circular bits, and they're everywhere. And they say that they were for, yeah, cannon turrets, basically. You can see the levels here going up. Like this whole place down here, there's another wall. Like the whole harbour, all these, you know, peninsulas, they all look like the remains of old world infrastructure. I haven't looked at this one. Don't know where I am now because I think everything's turned around. But okay, here we go. Look at this. So, oh, hang on. What happened? I was just, oh gosh, okay. I was looking down here at this bit here. See all these lines? Pretty interesting. This could be, I don't know. I mean, there's stairways, but, you know, who knows who put those in? Convicts, no doubt. Look at this big bit of wall. What's the purpose of this? Robinson's Point. Lighthouse. Where's the lighthouse? But look at this wall jutting out into the water. What's the use of that? But I was going to show. Oh, there's a fort down here. This is Fort Denison. There you go. Looking very much, you know, again, these round bits. That's actually a tower, a turret. But, you know, looking very much like a satellite star is what I'm calling them. Blues Point. Another one with some weird. Well, we get down here. You can see this is all man-made. And behind us, where is it? You can see over here, there's all this wall and tunnels and things going into it. Man-made shoreline. So I can't get a better shot there. I think I'm standing on what I wanted to look at. Maybe not. But look at this big wall here. So all this infrastructure was supposed to be put in by convicts, less than 100 years. A lot of it, Dawes Point, the battery there, the old fort. Oh, what's going on here? Was supposed to be built the year that Captain Cook landed. Is when they built the first observatory there. But they say they built a fort there within like 10 years of Captain Cook landing, and it was a big masonry fort. But basically, that's what I wanted to show you is, and I'll do a separate video on this, all these points, all of them, have all got remains, old world remains, all the islands as well. They're all built out, all got man-made shorelines like this one. And, it just looks like those stars that we see, the ones that, are irregular, shall we say. But this flashing is doing my eyes in, so I'm going to stop sharing and come back and see what everyone's doing. All right. Flashing on and off to me the whole way. 290 of you watching. Thank you for being here. Is it true that part of Australia prohibits people? What? Is it true that part of Australia prohibits people from? I don't know. From where? I don't know. Is it referring to a juxtaposition in geology, like concrete poured into bricks? Am I missing something? Yes. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's weird. Like, it's not natural, right? Love the rooster. Yes, you can hear the rooster going off in the background. Thank you, Alice. How are you? Thanks for being here. Looks like more land in the water. Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole place, was flooded, right? Really, we know this. And of course, I'll be going down to Sydney, to do a show probably early next year. Alistair, how you going? Long time no see. Hello. Oh, Matt's here as well. Matt Black. Jetty jumping is what that wall was built from. Jetty jumping. What's jetty jumping? You'll have to let me know. And of course, Matt, if you haven't seen our interview, it's up on my channel, Living in Two Worlds. And he also has his own channel where he draws lots of art and talks about DID. So go check him out. I think the channel is just Matt Black. Oh, Martin's in the chat. Hello, Martin, Mr. Martin Lidke. Yes, great show early with Jason. Very good. Enjoyed it. Of course, I waited until you were done. So I'm an hour and a half late. So thank you for that. I hear it's all your fault because he stuffed up the times and made Jason run back. Gosh, drive back at your beck and call. And of course, I'll be having a chat with Jason tomorrow morning, I think. And we're going to chat more on not the history stuff, but on how to, if this is a simulacrum and there's, the whole energy thing, basically how to control it, right? How to create your own reality. So we're going to go down that path with him. So it won't be live, but it will be up either over the weekend or on Monday. London McLovin, thanks for being here. How you going? Again, there's a chat with London and I up. Do we live in the Eye of a Titan on my channel? Go check it out. Yay, Mr. Martin. Hey, thanks for being here, mate. We're all on Flat Earth British time. So it's 10:20 a.m. here for me. So yeah, people did ask, or someone did ask, a few people probably, about my dome. So I did get, what did I do? Where did I put them? So yes, I have a dome, and it's not the firmament. It's a smaller dome. So let's have a look at my dome home. There. So this is it in pieces. It's fiberglass panels that just bolt together. And this is my little part of the world. This is a creek down here. which it needs a bit of cleaning up, to tell you the truth. It's still full of lots of trees and debris from the last flood. So this is the dome going up. So these are just, as you can see, these are just bolts. So just bolts together. I just stand the panels up, put the bolts in the holes, and you build a dome. As you can see, it's a bit dirty. This one's secondhand. This is all staining. It's all been pressure cleaned and scrubbed and everything, but it was actually sitting in like a paddock in a field for a couple of years, and we had to like literally dig it out. So at the moment I'm painting it, so it's half white on the inside now. That's it going up. It's got 3 windows. This is the front door. This is Kelly and some friends, Jojo and Richard, who helped us put it up. This is my snazzy new car in the background. And this is, this is where I am living. This is it, almost complete. I think that's just without the very top one. And there you go, the dome. This is for the front door. So I'm painting it at the moment on the inside, and then I've just got to put the doors and window in, put a floor down, and I'm going to move in. So I'm just doing a dirt floor at the moment. Can you see inside? Ooh. Because basically it's going to go up in this area here, under these trees. I'm building a platform 2 meters off the ground, and the dome's going to go up there, and I've got a yurt as well, which is going up next. But they're all, so it's only temporarily here, and they're all going to go up on a platform. I've had lots of questions about how you're going to heat it and all this kind of stuff. So you'll have to watch my Spiral Up channel. Spiral Up, go check it out if you haven't already. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. But you can see, like, this is the door, but there's another one of these panels here. So you can put fireplaces in them, or put chimneys coming out the top. So there's lots. I've got a solar setup as well, and a generator. So I've got power. I just need to get a water tank. That's the last thing. I'm going to pump water from the creek. But there you go. That is the dome home so far. And if you'd like to see more on the progress, it's going to be put up on Spiral Up. I'll probably put shorts up on this channel, but my Spiral Up channel, go check it out, and I'll be putting some those kind of videos up there. That the off-grid Cambell dome home, whatever kind of videos. So there you go. Yes, like Star Wars, I know, right? I'm moving in with Anakin, man. Yeah, man, we're going to build a what do they call a land speeder in there, because these are not the drones that you're looking for. Lindsay, you are looking happy and healthy. Thank you. I'm just looking at my hair, man. I'm having another bad hair day, but what can I say? Oh, thank you, Hippie Shake. There you go. There's the link to my Spiral Up channel. Go and subscribe. And thank you all for being here. Spiral Up. There you go. Yep, just above. Yep. So it's a YouTube channel. And Oh, Helsinki. Yeah, man. Got some great stuff up there. Put some tech on the roof of your dome. Yes. So I'm going to obviously electroculture. I'm definitely going to try some kind of antenna on the roof or somewhere, maybe 4 around the outside. But yes, I'm definitely going to be doing some of that. And I've also got some free energy ideas. So I've just got the solar and the gen just so I can get in there and have power. But I've got some other plans I want to start working on, which will be fun. Hey, Alva, Billy, how you going? Sage, oh, thank you. I know, right? Because at the moment I'm sitting in a tent. It's a good sized tent, but it's a tent. It's very, very small, so I can't wait to get out and get some space again. Not that it's huge. It's only 6.1 meters across. But like I said, I've got a yurt as well, which will probably become my bedroom, and then I'll have like a dome living area, kitchen, office thing. Blah blah blah. There we go, Sherry. Ives, all right. What's your new password? Cambell Dome Home. All right, I like that one. Thanks for being here, Sherry, as always. Thank you all for being here, as always. And yes, give me a like. This one. go. Thank you, Theora Zone. Smash the like button. Give me a like. Helps the algorithm. All that kind of stuff. Share this around if you like the content. And let's see what else I had on the board. So it's not going to be a huge live today. I do have to get back into and to paint my dome, which I really, really want to get into. I've got some pictures here, some random pics we'll have a look at. And I am going to start doing more regular lives and videos. It's just been a little hard in this tent. I don't have much room. It's so small I have to go outside to change my mind. So yeah, there you go. So let's have a look at random pictures. Random pictures. I don't know what's here. Let's have a look. Oh, here you go. Stupidville, Tennessee. Well, it can't be that stupid if it's unincorporated. That's kind of smart. Population 187. Stupidville. Yes. I want to change the name of that town. Once again, honey, your shit doesn't add up. Yes. All the men out there know that look. If you stop lying, you'll grow up to be... if you don't stop lying, you'll grow up to be an astronaut. And a bit of chat about astronauts on the Archaics lead key stream before. And of course, this isn't Buzz Aldrin because he has no watches. But look, like, what's going on? Is his torso really small and his arms long? I don't know. That dude looks weird. He's just scared of his mum. Ever notice how dogs only come in male and female? And cutting the balls off doesn't make it female. Interesting, that. Enough said. All right, so these are some of these photos that we see. I mean, this one, this image looks superimposed, doesn't it? It looks like it's in the foreground, and this is just it looks fake. I'm pretty sure that all of these are fake. This bit here is real. They're staying there, and I mean, this edge of this doesn't even look. It looks cut in. What do you think? I don't know. It just doesn't. It's got this black edge up here, which it probably shouldn't have. But these dudes are probably just standing, just on the ground, and they've put this in the background. But they put these out as real photos. I mean, it's still, it's very impressive. Don't know what this guy. I wouldn't want to be this guy. He's got his head in the wrong spot. But the horse just walked by me. There you go, country living. Oh, cockroach racing. Run, little cockroach, run. New craze hits America by the International Mutoscope Reel Company. There you go. Direct from Europe. Right wire or phone. Oh, I wonder what year this is. Looks like the 20s, doesn't it? There you go. Cockroach racing. Yeah. Cannibal dog. I think he's attacked a mannequin. Look at this for a nice sculpture. Or is this that looks like, it does actually look like the Wicked Witch, doesn't it, from Wizard of Oz? Has she just frozen the Good Witch, like thrown snowballs at her and then covered her? That's very good. Snow woman. Very PC. Oh, okay. One lump or two. So I guess this lady was a waitress, right? Very employable as a waitress. Holy dooly. Is that real, or like she's very wide? There you go. Look, even though I have a whalebone corset on and I can't breathe, I'm happy. Apparently. So there you go. They did have a sense of humor. Oh, best part about right-wing girls. There you go. Yes, I agree. Now this is Tsar Nicholas II. I found a couple of these photos. So this is him at the bottom doing a bit of acrobatics with his friends. Here we go. This is him, Nicholas II, and look, his mates just there you go, pulling faces. I don't know. Did he send these to the Communist Party. Yeah. Another one with his wife. He's pulling a funny face. I don't know if that's a funny face or if she just looks like that. You better be careful, because if the wind changes, you stay like that. Or so I've heard. I don't know what's going on the front here, but yeah. There you go. Tsar Nicholas II, 1899. Oh. There you go. Floating woman. All right. There you go. I think she was the flying nun. She used to work in the same place. She used to fly around and help people. Even see the shadow here. No legs. Haha. She's just jumping. Which is interesting, though, because what's it? It says Victorian. I haven't got the date, but I mean, that's pretty fast shutter speed, right? Or is that maybe, I don't know. It doesn't look superimposed, but fast shutter speed, right, for that time. There you go. Victorians could pull faces too. Oh, and there we go. That's the end of random pictures. I need to make some like little cool intros, don't I? Random pictures. I'm going to get onto it. I'm going to get it. This will be produced better. The quality will rise. All right, 264 of you watching. Thank you again for being here. Can she drop me off a burger? Oh, is that like the waitress? Yeah, man, goofy face. Like that. I found a page and it's all because all the Victorian pictures and Edwardian, they all the ones we get shown, right? They've always got these, looks on their faces, very serious. And we're told that's because of shutter speed, right? They had to, you couldn't smile. They had to hold your face in the same position or else the photo wouldn't work. But clearly there's something going on, right? And that lady who was jumping, that's a fast shutter speed. So in some photos, the cameras work fine if you were jumping, but then we get these empty city photos and you get the blurring people and they're like, oh, well, they couldn't get the people because of shutter speed. So which one was it? Which one was it? Oh, thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying it. Keeper of Lost Histories. Thank you for being here. Serious, sad look on their face. Yeah, I know. Nicholas was happy. His wife didn't look too happy, if that was his wife. Looks like my Uber driver just now. Oh, what the lady. Welcome. Better late than never. Thank you for being here. Polyester. Very good name. Thanks for being here. All right. What else are we saying? Yeah, man. Like the quality of the photos, man. Some of them, is that what you're saying? Some of them are really good, and some of them are really bad. It's like the footage that Martin showed before of where is it? It's not New York, is it? It's somewhere in the US. Can't remember. But basically, there's footage of it before the earthquake and then after. And before the earthquake, it's pretty good quality, right? Then after the earthquake, it's scratchy as, so why is that? You can't tell me the earthquake, somehow affected the film, right? But anyway, Cabbage Patch. Okay, there we go. Thank you for reminding me. Sigso, Cabbage Patch Happy Kids. Okay, so have I got it up here? Let me have a look. The word of the day, the word of the day is, if my computer works, my gosh, it's a bit slow. So, I was thinking about the word kindergarten, right? Just because it's got the word garden in it, clearly, right? So, let's have a look. Where are we? Kindergarten. Garten is obviously garden. Kinder is not Kinder Surprise. Kinder it comes from kind. So let me just share the screen. This one, and hopefully you can see this. Is that right? Yes. Kindergarten, 1852, from German Kindergarten. Literally children garden. Okay, because they're saying Kinder means child, children garden. And of course, we've all seen the Cabbage Patch photos, right? In a garden. And garden, you can trace back basically to the Garden of Eden. And guard, right? Guard is most of that word. So it sort of goes through here, blah, 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 plural. But down here, children, plural of kind, right? Kind, as in mankind, right? So if we look up kind, etymology, this is just Etym Online. Kind, class, sort, variety, okay, as in humankind. Old English, from Old English, kind, nature or race, related to sign or family, as in, we have family, families of animals and all this kind of stuff. Family doesn't just mean the people who live in your house with you. Proto-Germanic, family, race, okay, from the root gene, to give birth to, beget, with derivatives referring to procreation and familiar tribal groups. So as you can see, the root words, it's more to do with race and nature, that kind of kind. So if we put this together with kindergarten, like it's the race, right? A certain race in a garden. Okay, we'll put that together, with the Cabbage Patch Kids, the orphan trains, the baby incubators, and kindergarten is sort of taking on a bit of a new meaning, right? Is garden. Late 1300s, from Old North French, garden, kitchen, garden, or guard in, right? See, with an I, to guard in, right? To enclose, and as you'll see, that's what this means. Blah, 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 modern French, enclosed garden, via Frankish, gardo, or some other Germanic source, garden. Old Frisian is garda. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Old English, Gothic guards, enclosure. Okay, as in the Garden of Eden, to guard them in, right? Guard them when they're within, don't let them out. To grasp, to enclose. So I find this very interesting. Garden. So now it's looking like the meaning is to enclose a certain kind of people, right? Kindergarten. There you go. That's what kindergarten means, to enclose a certain kind of people, right? A certain race, a certain species, maybe. Is this the whole baby incubator, orphan train, orphan phenomena, all that kind of stuff? What do you think? Going to send your kids to kindergarten? So etymology is cool. Words are cool. A school or class that prepares children for first grade. Oh, here we go. What's this? A school or class that prepares children for first grade. A child in kindergarten is typically 5 or 6 years old. Well, what is kindergarten now, Doug? See, this is the thing. We take all these words and we think we know what they mean, but they all come from somewhere. So basically, it's to enclose, or to guard in a certain kind, as in race. Interesting. Windows backdoor. I was talking about this earlier in the StreamYard. Very weird. Oh, what were you talking about? To keep them in. Yeah, to keep them in. There you go. Nursery school. That's another one, right? Nursery. Oh, should I see where nursery comes from? Let me just have a quick look and see if it's interesting. Nursery. How do you spell nursery? It's not an I. Nursery. Place or room for infants, young children. Okay, so it's got to do with nurse. Yeah, okay, raised by a nurse. So then we'd have to look into what a nurse means. From Latin, nurture, nourish, suckle, nourish. So it's basically a place where they're raised. The nursery, where the nurses are, which, again, is kind of interesting. Why would you need nurses if they've got mothers? I don't know, just asking, right? Pretty sure that women can give birth on their own and raise their children on their own. Why would you need a nurse? So there you go. It's called the state of taking ownership. of your children. Exactly right. They're guarding them in the enclosure. I was just pondering the meaning of that word the other night. Well, there you go. Must be in the collective consciousness, right? It's coming out. All right, my kids are too school for cool. Too cool for school. I mean, school as well. Like, they put them into a classroom, right? Class is almost the same as kind, right? Class. But then they class you as, smart, dumb, good at sports, bad at sports. That the classroom, it's the division room is what it is. Education, maybe I'll do a video on that, but I looked into that. The etymology, when you start breaking words up, it's pretty interesting. It's got to do with the goat, the path of the goat. Education, all these words, and of course you send them there for a week. We know about the week. So yeah, words, man, etymology. Basically, yeah, man. School, a place for poor working parents to send their kids to. And this is the other thing, right? The rich, those who have taken control, that their kids don't go to these schools, do they? Yeah. Don't send your kids to school in California. Don't send them to school anywhere, or at least start making movements in a direction to self-educate them, homeschool them, get together with your community, teach them how to think and not what to think. So there you go. Oh, thank you very much. Home slices. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Goats have kids. Yeah, exactly. Did I say kids? I shouldn't be saying kids. Children. We have children. Goats have kids. All right, goats, definitely. Oh, all right. So let me see. I think I'm done. What else did I have written down here? What did I have to go through? We've done that. We've done the pics. That's pretty much everything, I think. Though I did have one video that we can watch. It's just a short TikTok. Hang on. Let me.
Battery packs on the human body. On one side is.
Stop. Okay. All right. We'll watch this and then I'll have a chat and then I'll be with you and I'm going to go paint my dome. So this is just a short video talking about energy. So when I press play, there.
Battery packs in the human body. On one side is how many electrons are we putting in, and there are a lot of electron donors. Electron donors can be getting out in the sun, can be walking barefoot in the grass. It can be leaning up your body up against a tree because the tree has electrons and will donate them to you. Hugging an animal, a common way that makes people in nursing homes feel better is to buy them a dog or a cat. They hold the dog or the cat and get electrons from it. The animal runs outside and recharges itself and brings some back to you. Moving water is an electron donor, whereas still water tends to be an electron stealer. Moving air is an electron stealer. That's why when you ride in a convertible, you look really cool, but you're always tired when you get there because the wind steals electrons from you. On one hand, we look at what things can put electrons in the body, and then what things steal them. And again, the most common stealers are dental infections, emotional baggage, various toxins, particularly the toxins that we are getting from things like GMO foods and pesticides and other kinds of things, air pollution. There's a lot of toxins around us. And of course, one can almost include in the concept emotional baggage. They're toxins in a different way, and that they rob us of voltage that we should be using for something else.
Well, there you go. Electrons. I just found that interesting. One that's a good way to view it. Where it's energy, right? We're getting electrons, or we're getting them taken from us, or we're giving them off, or we're collecting them. But also, when he said, it's all this emotional baggage, all this fear thought, all this living in the past, and of course all the GMOs and chemicals that are stealing our energy. Did I just freeze? Sorry, I'm back. Yes, connect to the earth, hug a tree. All right, tree huggers, get electrons, animals. Get out in nature, get out in the sun, walk on the beach, which is crystals, and increase your energy. So there you go. I just thought you might enjoy that one as well. So 250 of you still watching. Thank you all for being here and spending some time with me. Please give me a like, subscribe. Of course, if you haven't already, hit the bell for notifications, share this around, all that good stuff. I will be back on Thursday at a bit earlier, but Thursday around 8 a.m. Sydney time with Luke, another chat with Luke from Ancient Historia. I'll be live Friday with Lorenzo. Like I said, tomorrow I'm having a chat with Jason from Archaics, and also, working on some videos as well. So, and I'll keep you all up to date with my dome. So if you want to keep, see those videos as they come out, head across the Spiral Up channel and subscribe, basically share it around, do all that stuff. And I haven't posted much on my Auto 2. There's an Auto 2 channel, so I'm going to start using that for a clips channel. So when I do interviews and lives and longer bits, I'll be clipping the interesting bits out and putting them up as shorter videos on Auto 2. So make sure you subscribe there as well if you haven't already. And the other thing I need to mention is, where am I? I am at hang on, that's the wrong screen. 79,535 subscribers. So what's that? We need 465 more subscribers, and I'm at 80,000. So there you go. So thank you for everyone who is a subscriber, old and new, and share this around. Let's get another 500 subscribers. Get me to 80K, and then we'll start pushing on to 100K. Because all this talk about shadow banning and YouTube stuff, that I'm going to create my own reality. So let's get to 80 grand. I'll do a big live show when we do it. And then on to 100,000, right? Let's get this info out there. We're heading towards a reset. We need to wake people up, let them know what's going on, let them see the world through real, their eyes, and not the story and the program that they're given. Yes, and that's it. That's my speech. So there you go, guys. Love you all. Thank you again all for being here. Thank you to the mods, as usual, doing an amazing job. And I will be back live Thursday morning with Luke, so make sure you tune in there as well. And if I'm very cool, I'll be able to get an outro going. All right, there we go. So have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.
It's time to kick it old school.